morning, everybody. I'm Teresa Perrin, and this is my stock market morning watch list for Friday, October 21st, 2022. Please keep in mind that this is only a watch list, and nothing I say is financial advice. Always do your own DD. Let's get started. All right, guys, this morning I'm starting with SST, which is System 1. Guys, I've noticed a pattern with SST, and I highly support that you draw out your support and resistance on this stock because every time it goes below $6 and falls into this $5 to $6 range, we get a nice little rebound rally from it. Guys, this stock was once a retail favorite that has been very heavily beat up, but I think, again, we're going to get a nice little relief rally coming. So keep SST on your radar. ATVI. Guys, you can watch my videos on this. It has been severely beaten up. It's down now below $3 again, and I do believe that it is going to get a rebound up and fill that gap. But will it happen today? I'm not completely sure, but I'm starting to see people talk about it again. Therefore, it is definitely on my radar, and a potential move to the upside could happen. ILAG. All right, guys, I couldn't have called this any better. There was literally a 1 cent gap that needed to be filled. We went down to $2.30, filled it, yay. And now we notice that we're rebounding back to the upside. I do believe ILAG makes a beautiful run, and there is a very nice gap. In fact, I think there's a couple gaps to the upside that now need to get filled. So I do believe that we filled that downside gap and are now going to reverse and fill those gaps to the upside. So this, will be a potential to at least 2x your money in this play, if not 3 to 10x your money in this play. So keep it on your radar, guys. KABA. First of all, congrats to all of you that watch my morning watch list and have been in this place since 85 cents. Yesterday, it did hit over $2 before it pulled back. And now, guys, it's made some nice consolidation around this 185 range. And I do believe it continues its move upwards. Sorry for the delay. Not quite sure what is going on. Okay, MULN Automotive, ticker MULN. Guys, we saw this pullback yesterday exactly like it should have, and it's consolidating. Today, I do expect it to try to break out again, although please keep in mind it's Friday, and the potential for this to gamma squeeze is huge. So I do believe that market makers are going to do their best to hold this under 50 cents today. But guys, there is a catalyst coming up next week on October 27th, I believe the date is. So keep that in mind. And MULN, I do believe, continues its move upward. However, I am fairly confident that market makers are going to do everything possible to keep it under 50 cents. But guys, even if it goes back up to that $45 level and holds, that's still a very significant gain for the price that it's at right now. So definitely MULN is high on my radar. SBUX, SBUX. Guys, if you have been watching this ticker at all, you know that A, it's heavily beat up, B, it's heavily manipulated, and C, it seems to have finally made its bottom and is reversing upwards. It did make that move yesterday, and I did call it out. If you follow me on Twitter, then you were well aware of that, and congrats. I do believe we continue to make this move upwards. Guys, I would also keep an eye on HKD and MEGL and all of those tickers that kind of go with this group, because I do believe that they are going to rebound over the next week back to the upside. There seems to be a trend and a pattern with them that I'm still working on figuring out, but I think that it's about to reverse in most of those plays, so keep them on your radar. HELLB. Guys, this play is not done. It found its bottom, it retraced, pulled back, which it needed to do. Perfect. Now, I believe today we get a 1348 crossover on the 5-minute daily chart, and this moves back to the upside. It is another one that's just been very, very heavily beat up, guys, but it is due for a move to the upside. Like I said before, there's only so low they could take this, and the institutional ownership in this, guys, is positive. They're long. So HELLB at one time, you would not believe it looking at it today, but it actually traded above $40. Will it get back there again? It could take quite a long time, but guys, I do believe that, the toots are finally going to take this long. I believe they've covered most of their shorts. I'm sure there's still a lot of retail shorting it that hopefully don't get trapped. But I do believe that HELLB is going to continue making its move and journey up because it did come down with that double bottom that we want to see, and it's time. PBR. Guys, hopefully you listened to me on this one too. I called this out all over on my morning watch list, in spaces that I'm in, and of course on Twitter. And this has just been an absolute banger. Guys, I expect this to break through $16 today and continue up to $16.90. There's some resistance, and then we're going to be looking at a 5-year high. If we break through that 5-year high, then the sky is the limit. I would definitely keep PBR on your radar, along with all oil stocks. Futures are red today. However, if you are a believer in max pain, as I am, then you know that futures are likely going to go from red to green, because max pain for the SPY is at, I believe, 373 today, which is 10 points higher than where we're at right now. And I do believe that that's another opportunity for a quick day trade to make some money should that break. I wouldn't go that as high as the max pain, but, if you got in, fairly low and bought, a call in that, and it does move upwards, you could make a good killing on that. So anyways, guys, PBR, oil is up. It's the only future that's up, so I would definitely be watching it. ALLK. This has been trying hard to break back above 6. I do believe that that break comes today, and that this has the potential to move up to 7, maybe even get those 750 calls in the money. I don't know where the max pain is, but I would be paying attention to this ticker. RLMD. Guys, very interesting play. Watch, I don't know if I did a video on it or not, but it had a massive drop from like $35, dropped all the way down to, well, you're not going to see it on the chart because it happened in after hours, but like $4.99. And I told you to start watching this around $6, and it's been moving up. As you can see, it's up $1.42 in the past week. And guys, I do believe that it's going to continue moving upwards because it was a huge overreaction to a clinical trial that clearly has some interesting stuff going on because of the placebo effect was higher than they expected. So I think they're going to need to start that one over, to be perfectly honest. Comms has been gaining a lot of attention, guys. I will caution you that there is a small gap fill in that. I think it's like 5 to 6 cents range. But I do believe that comms is going to start moving up again. It's already up 90% in the past week because, guys, this play went from 4 or 5 cents, right, all the way up to 10 cents, pulled back. I think we do see a move higher. Is it today? I'm not 100% sure, but it's just on my radar. EFOI. All right, guys, this is already up into the 60-something cents. When I watched it this morning, it was up 35%, and it just keeps moving. I don't know if there's a catalyst or something causing this. I haven't had a chance to look into it. However, I do think that this is something that should be on your radar. It has been beat up very heavily as well, and something's moving it. King. All right, guys, King has a dividend that they declared that I believe you need to be a stockholder by the, I'm not sure if it's Monday. I want to say by like the 24th, 23rd. I don't know off the top of my head, but somewhere around there. I believe that King could possibly move upwards today because a lot of people buying in for that dividend. And if you look at the history of dividends, guys, they're paying $1 dividend on a 261 stock. This is not a bad deal at all. So I do believe that King could potentially get action today. ABCT, guys, I don't know what the heck, but their PR really needs to be better because this stock should be moving upwards based on the closing of that offering yesterday. Hopefully we get a PR stating that today that drives it. I wouldn't be surprised if this dips back down and double bottoms at that $1.41 and then starts to move back to the upside. there's definitely room for movement since the institutions bought those shares at $2, guys. So, and there's still a gap fill from, it's like 315 to 393, 394, something like that off the top of my head. But ABCT will come back to life. The question is when. NVOS. All right, guys, apparently there was a private placement offering that I don't think has hit the news yet on this one for 50 cents per share. And due to that, I do believe that clearly the stock could close to double. It is starting to move up in the pre-market, and I would have this little tiny penny stock on your radar. And then, of course, we can't leave out Snap. That, guys, got bad earnings. You know, it just got completely crushed in the after hours. It was down 28.64%. Does Snap have a rebound rally today, being options that come into play? I'm not sure. I would take a look at the max pain for today to see what direction it may head in. But guys, I think this was a huge overreaction to a stock that has already been very, very heavily beat up, and it is going to rebound at some point. Now, if it continues to decline, it may be a great opportunity to play a put on it. But if it goes up, hey, you can either buy the stock or get a call. Definitely worth keeping an eye on because you should see some volatile movement in Snap today. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching and have